that when you're not always sharing with others parts of your journey and parts of the tests and trials that you're dealing with, then sometimes people don't think you're dealing with much. No, you're still dealing with a great deal, but you're just not sharing everything because you've learned to just depend on God no matter what it is. Amen. God has brought you to a place where, where we talk about in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9 and 10, where he told the Apostle Paul, he said, my grace is sufficient for you. We learn to accept the grace of God, that whatever it is, he's given us the grace to handle it and deal with it and to be victorious in it and have peace in it. And so that is important, because sometimes, especially when God begins to bless and it looks like we're on the upswing and we're being blessed in certain things, and we're able to do this and do that, and we get a few dollars in our pocket or whatever, and then people, they ain't going through much. People don't know what folk going through. Psalm 16 verse 4 says, their sorrow shall be many that chase after another God. Amen. When people pursue, and we sometimes think of another God as some supernatural deity, but another God is an idol that's here on the earth. If I put it in front of God, it's another God. If I buy a brand new car and I put that car before God, it's another God. It's an idol. If I buy a house and I put it before God, it's another God. If I have a child and I put that child before God, it's another God. If I get a husband or a wife and I put them before God, it's another God. If I have a job or career and I put that before God, it's another God. Amen. He said, their sorrow shall be many that chase after another God. Let's don't get this confused as some supernatural deity that's going to spook our life. Another God is anything that I have of a priority that's over my relationship with Jesus Christ. If I put it above God, it's another God. If I start making money and my whole emphasis is everything's about money, that's another God. Because their sorrow shall be many that chase after another God. Psalm 16 verse 4 continues, says, their drink offerings of blood will I want nothing to do with. He doesn't want to deal with idolatry. Because idolatry is a dead end street. You can go down there, but you can't get out of there. Only way to get out of there is go back the way you came in. That's what idolatry is. He said, nor do I provide any speech on their behalf. He said, I can't speak on their behalf. There's nothing I can say about a person that chases after another God or is in idolatry. I can't speak on behalf of you. I can't speak good words. And so when the person, man, I gotta get my money. I gotta get my $1 million. Fine, get your $1 million. But don't expect me as a preacher of the gospel to tell you how great it is you getting your $1 million. No, you still need Jesus. At the end of the day, when your time is up on this earth, you're gonna stand before the Lord. Amen. You're gonna need to have an answer for the deeds that are done in your body. So go get all your money. But in the Bible, and I believe it's in Mark chapter, it talks about Jesus and the rich young ruler who had all the money. All right. But he didn't have Jesus. And when Jesus said, you can come and be with me, just give up your money, he walked away sorrowful. Amen. Yeah, he did. He was grieving because that money was another God. And I can't speak well of you when you say, well, this is so important to me. Ain't nothing more important than my baby. Well, you and your baby, y'all go on. Go on. Listen, I'm not opposed to you loving your child. But it said that sorrow shall be many that chase after another God. Now, this kind of teaching don't sit with everybody because some folks, but it's true in the scriptural. I don't provide any speech on their behalf. I'm not going to sit here and say it's okay to go do this and okay to do that and okay to do this. When it pulls you from your place in the Lord, it pulls you out of your church, it pulls you out of your fellowship. And I want to go visit so-and-so church. What they teaching over there? It pulls you away from the truth to a church that don't teach truth. I can't sit back and say it's okay. And okay, I can take you being mad at me. I can't take God being mad at me. Amen.